Welcome to my royal YouTube Chanel Place. Subscribe my YouTube channel. So I am thrilled to reveal that the Kooks are preparing to make a huge comeback next month, with a brand new album which I am told harks back to their early sound. Insiders tell me that Luke Pritchard and his bandmates Hugh Harris and Alexis Nunez will also play live dates across the UK. The Kooks are back and their new album is electric, my mole explained. They have gone back to their breakthrough sound and have come up with some nailed-on hits. When they went into the studio, they had no expectations and were just having fun, but they've come out with a brilliant album. Some of the tracks are really reminiscent of the songs from their early records. And they can't wait for their fans to hear them. Last month, the Kooks teamed up with Lovely the Band for a new tune called Genie, which went viral on TikTok, and it's thanks to the very same platform that they've begun to reach a whole new audience. My insider added, the band has started to pick up a new, young, female fanbase thanks to TikTok and streaming. The Kooks are massive down under and have a string of dates in February and March across Australia and New Zealand. They then head to Europe for gigs in the Netherlands, Switzerland and Germany from April. The band will then be back in Britain with slots booked at the Reading and Leeds Festival in August and with more dates to follow across the country. This new album will be the Kooks' seventh, and while their 2022 record, 10 Tracks to Echo in the Dark, admittedly didn't do too well in the charts, I've got high hopes for this next offering. And the fact that it's set to be announced during the most depressing month of the year gives us all something to look forward to. She wore a furry headpiece just like that of the American folk hero, during an evening out in New York, where the temperature has been plunging. The rock singer spent Christmas in the US with her partner A$AP Rocky and their 2 sons, and she has been using the streets of the Big Apple as her catwalk ever since. But she is looking good after a slightly more chilled out year than others. That said, Rihanna hasn't been seen at any recording studios lately, so it looks like her music hiatus will continue well into 2025. January 2026 will mark a decade since her last album Anti was released, so perhaps we're better off suspending any hope of a new release until then. He is bringing Bob Dylan to the big screen in his biopic A Complete Unknown, and now Timothée Chalamet reckons it could the first of several chapters in the star's life story. The American actor has suggested there could be a second and third movie to cover later parts of the veteran singer-songwriter's career, given this one ends 60 years ago. He explained, the movie covers 1961 to 1965 as that was the era. That was part 1. We could do part 2 and 3. It depends how people react. The film ends in 1965, but he had a motorcycle accident and he needed a break. Given all of the hard work he put into perfecting the role, I can see why Timothée would be eager to reprise it. On striving for perfection playing the music legend, he said, we did 11 or 12 takes sometimes of the music stuff. It felt dignified to bring life to Bob Dylan, one of the greatest artists of our times. I get to be the voice of Bob Dylan, and that is the greatest honor of my life. This is the movie I am the most proud of in my career, and I want to hit every verse that we worked our tail off on it, and Bob Dylan deserves to get this attention. Timothée even spent 5 years learning the guitar and the harmonica for the film, which comes out on January 17th, so could an album be next? Speaking on the Nardwuar the Human Serviette podcast, he teased, what is going to happen next?